My name is Chase and I graduated from Singapore University. Something that sparked me to really go into this journey is really that one day before I graduated, right, I visited a few different feng shui masters and I actually asked them, okay, so what exactly is my strengths are my strengths and weaknesses, and how do you think that I can leverage on them? And apparently a lot of them, they told me that I'm not suitable for starting a business, not supposed to be an entrepreneur. Of course they don't know my family background, but other than feeling discouraged, right, I actually took up also an interest to study why they said that. And through the studying of metaphysics, right, I grew to have an interest in it. After that, I began to look at it as a form of a career. And to date, me and my team of apprentices, we have done more than 13,000 professional readings already, personal and home, of course, all combined. And just today, also, BBC News asked me a very interesting question, because during the interview, they also felt that, okay, is feng shui something that is superstitious? Yeah, why are Singaporeans so well educated, right, but yet believe in something that is so superstitious and even using it to make decisions for many of our businesses here, especially the SMEs? Why are they so superstitious? Inverted commas. So how many of you guys feel that feng shui is something superstitious? If you feel that it's something superstitious, can you type number 2? If you think that it is something not superstitious, can you type number 3? Okay, so Mabel says that it is not superstitious. Nancy says the same. Everyone is saying the same. Yeah, so precisely, if you ask me, their question begs another question: that what makes you think that it is superstitious? I mean, this is the first time that you're speaking to me. So is it because that I'm Chinese, and because Chinese usually do feng shui, and usually you see all this weird stuff at a Chinese restaurant, like red hulus hanging all over the place, which is why you have the impression that feng shui is superstitious? So I told them that no, it's just a form of personal profiling tool for businesses to make important decisions, especially that of estate planning. A lot of businesses look for us for estate planning services, like succession planning especially. So it's one of the things that we do. 八字 reading, home reading, and recently we are also been giving like 八字 courses, also to correct this mindset that feng shui is not exactly something that is religious, and it is also not something that is like superstitious. Now, moving on forward, right? Another question that really is quite connected to this, right, is that what about the concept of numbers? Does numbers exactly affect our luck? I won't ask you this question because I already asked in the Telegram group chat already. If you guys have joined, we often have this kind of posts to do short discussions. What do you think of numbers? Do you think it affects our luck, right? So 88% of the people actually says yes. Now, people actually feel that it will affect our luck because numbers carry a certain form of energy. And with this energy, right, it can actually affect our decision making. Now, we all know that positive energy brings about positive change. Negative energy brings about negativity within our mind. And this concept, right, is not new. It has been around since, history. Babylon, Egypt, Greece. Yeah, so it can be traced like, back a few thousand years ago. And right now, with the concept and the totality of all these metaphysics topics, right, feng shui, numbers, and everything seems to come under one umbrella if you were to think about ways to improve your luck. And many practitioners, other than feng shui, right, are also well versed in numerology as well. So this brings me to the concept of how we actually do our readings as well for our clients. We combine numerology together with 八字 reading. The main reason is because that numerology allows us to quickly understand a person's strengths and weaknesses. For those of you guys who are here, some of you guys have actually been to our courses. You have already seen how effective numerology can be when we want to determine somebody's strengths and weaknesses. Well, of course, some people say that, well, but sometimes I read it is not accurate. But of course, nothing is 100% accurate. The main determinant is also because of you and my skill level, because sometimes we're not perfect, right? We're not 100% fully skilled. But then again, how can we make sure that our accuracy is still kept up to a certain level? Is to use another level of safety net, which is why we also employ 八字 reading as well as the second level of safety net. And with the 八字 reading, right, other than the strengths and weakness, it also gives us an idea of a person's luck cycle. We can see bit from the clashes, especially. Are you being clashed this year? Is it your favorable year? It is quite direct that we can tell whether a person is having a good luck period or a bad luck period. Now then, of course, in order for us to complete the reading, we will also use the face reading technique as well. Sometimes we also use the face reading technique to give recommendations to our clients. Recently, we do have a certain client that look for us, right? He has a issue with having a very narrow life palace, so which is why we asked him to shave to increase the spacing a little bit so that it's easier for him to become slightly more positive, or at least he will appear to be. So his benefactor luck might increase. Now, we have already gone through that. We have included numerology as part of our reading, right, in order to make it more comprehensive. We want to actually give a live demo later on. So if you guys are very interested to have your own numerology read, right, or your 八字 reading read, right, just via a basic reading, why not you stay until the end of the seminar, right? Then when we do the live demo, you can submit your name. And if Bibo likes you, right, maybe she will select you for the live demo, because usually I don't select. It's just flooding the entire screen. It just makes me very stressed. So Bibo will be the one that's selecting. So make sure she likes you, okay? Yeah, so don't scold her. Yeah, okay. So yeah, because if you scold her, then then she wouldn't select you. Yeah, it's just that's how life works. So a lot of my clients, when they meet me for reading, sometimes they say, how come my boss never promote me? Sometimes the question is that, we just need to be a little bit more likable. Okay, so coming back to the seminar, we also use numerology, right, to help us in certain concepts, right, that can help us to improve our luck. Selection of car plate, handphone numbers, right, can be useful. Numerology can also be a certain part of date selection as well. When we select dates for C-section, we not only use the 八字, but we also use the numerology to help. And we also use it for marriage date selection. You combine the two techniques together. Okay, so we won't talk too much about what Hoseki stands for, because most of you guys will already know us already. But importantly, right, of all the mission of all our students, right, should be that we aim to improve the lives of everybody around us. Okay, so how many of you guys heard of this concept of the law of attraction? So we're going to talk about that later on. Then today we're also going to cover how our handphone and car plate can actually affect our luck, and how do we select a good handphone and car plate number. Then we're going to cover some of the case studies of real life clients in Hosika. Of course, we will not share who they are. We will blanco the name, but we will share roughly some of the details of their case studies of the cases that they did with us. What exactly is the law of attraction? Sometimes when we see certain people having certain issues, we can not only see that from the 八字, but we can also see that from their face. And unfortunately, right, sometimes we even see that in their house. Give you an example. We have a client, right, who is finding it very, very difficult, right, to have a baby. So when we are in the house of this client, we also realize that she has chosen a house unknowingly, of course, not on purpose. She has chosen also a house, right, that somehow she's attracted to it because of the certain energy. This house also has a missing sector in the child sector, meaning to say that the house also causing her not to be able to have a baby, and her 八字 chart also causing her to not be able to have a baby. So, which brings me to the point that, is it that heaven is trying to be funny? Did she select this house? That's why she's finding it difficult to have a baby? Or is it because that her chart is like that? So she selected this house. What do you guys think? Maybe a quick answer from the floor. If you think that, heaven just likes to play jokes on people, can you type 1? If you think that perhaps, according to the law of attraction, she has this chart, which is why easily she will select this house, can you type number 2? Yeah, so this is exactly what I'm saying about the law of attraction. Sometimes you are like that, so you select a similar type of house. And it can be very sad because she's really trying very difficult to have a child. And this happens to this client. Okay, then we have another client having the same issue of this child sector of the house, right? That really, really affecting this this person's child luck. But she already has a child. What's the issue is that, right, she cannot control the child, and the child is totally out of control, very lazy. So as I was doing feng shui for the house, right, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, he's still sleeping. How many of you guys cannot stand it if your child is still sleeping 2 o'clock in the afternoon? Yeah, it will maybe, I don't know what you'll do, take a cane and hit his buttocks. I personally feel that it's a bit overboard. I mean, even if you play mahjong for the whole night, right? Hey, I would expect that you should be up by 11. Yeah, I would think that. Yeah, I would feel that perhaps that's not very nice lah. So similarly, like we are attracting a not so good house, right? How many of you guys also know that you can also attract a phone number that is not very good? So you have clients, we have clients, right, who has an issue, right, controlling, the things that they say. So they are very impulsive and they often offend people. They will often have 9-8 or 8-9 within their phone as well. Yeah, so the number of 9-8 and 8-9, right, attracts a certain form of energy. So this kind of people usually will find it easy to offend other people. Okay, so so your phone number, right, will also kind of like relate to your 八字 chart because it makes it easy for you to attract the same kind of personality or phone number. Okay, yeah. Good game. My phone number, a lot of 8998. Okay, so 80 is not the end of the world. We will actually need to understand if this 89 or 98, right, is truly causing you the issue. Because sometimes, right, they might not be giving you problems. So which is why later on, we will introduce to you what we call the trifactor framework. So a lot of people feel like, hey, you know what? I read my numerology, so I got missing numbers. So the phone number got all these missing numbers that matches my my phone number. So like that, I don't need to purposely find a feng shui master to select lah. So this means that this phone number is passable lah, it's good. So actually it's not. Yeah, so Judy asked, what are the auspicious numbers? Then there's no auspicious numbers. It really depends on your 八字 chart. So some people, a lot of numbers they can use. Some people have a poor 八字 chart, right? They cannot take certain numbers. Then we got to exclude them from the selection criteria. Okay, so Judy, it is not like so direct. Yeah. Okay, so your 八字 chart, your handphone number, your car plate might sometimes reflect the same kind of energy, which might not be good. So how do we then use feng shui to improve our luck, right? It's actually to break the cycle, which is what I always call people breaking the cycle. If you find a feng shui person, the person is supposed to help you to break the cycle by not selecting an unlucky house and not selecting an unlucky handphone number, okay? So that is the way that we use to break. We break the cycle of the law of attraction. Now, of course, then there are different concepts in numerology, not just the phone and handphone number. When we look at the birth date, you know, this set of numbers within our birth dates, right, kind of represents our personality and our luck as well. So that's why we call it the, you know, our life chart and our karmic cycle. What exactly does it mean now? Wow, that's so cheap. So it actually means that it is the lesson that you want to choose to learn in life. So some people want to live a life of learning. Some people want to live a life of excitement. You know, it's just depending on what you like. But sometimes what you like is already kind of like inbuilt into your personality. If you're a number 7 person, you're generally more serious. If I ask you to go out and have fun, perhaps it is not something that you might like very much. Okay, if you are a life path 3 person, on the other hand, perhaps it is great for you to have fun because it is part of your personality. Now, if you are a person like Bibo, right, life path number 2, then probably you like to talk a lot. Okay, that's why I see people always talking non-stop, like eating into my timing for giving the seminar. Okay, so okay lah, it's okay. We won't blame you for that. Okay, then your name also represents a certain form of energy as well. If you have a good name, your name will give a good energy, right, to support you. If you break your name down, it would actually give you a certain code of numbers as well. And this code of numbers can be used to your benefit. Life path and anagram are very different. So they are totally two different things, Preeny. So do not put them together, okay? So for the number, okay, like a name like Chase, right, will actually have the number of 889. Okay, so this number of 889 for my name actually helps me to be more outgoing, because a lot of people they feel that actually I'm an outgoing person, but technically speaking I'm not. So if you have known me many years ago, right, I'm doing like kind of like all the back end work for the business. So I don't go out, I don't socialize, I don't mix with people. Even right now, I very seldom network and mix with people. Yeah, so the key thing is that when I talk to people, I feel very drained. So which is why I need a number like 889 to make myself actually more outgoing. If you have a certain problem in your chart, Judy, we don't teach this in the seminar. We also don't teach it in our class. So for the name service, right, we do have a name change service where we help people to read, and then we also help people to choose their names. So we can we can share more about the service with you offline. Okay, so the next one is of course your handphone number. We will later on tell you about this trifactor framework. We'll share with you the trifactor framework and what are the 3 different criteria to selecting a good number. Okay, then lastly, of course, your car plate number will play a part as well. So recently we have many jobs also for choosing car plate number. Although the COE is very high, but a lot of people still seem to be buying a new vehicle. Okay, Singaporeans are very rich, I would think so. Now, without further ado, I would like to share on this trifactor framework for analyzing a handphone. Now, a lot of people they always feel like, okay, my numerology is maybe one of the influencers recently that I've met lah. So her numerology, of all the different numbers in her, her last 3 digit is actually 257 lah, which is really pretty interesting because I'm also a number 7, she's also a number 7. But technically speaking, right, then how do we then select a suitable handphone number for her? A lot of people will feel like, okay, I select the handphone number for her, right, by looking at missing numbers. So perhaps say if she's missing a number 9, then perhaps we should add in this number 9 into her chart, something like that. Okay. Now, technically speaking, right, you are not wrong, but that is only one of the criteria. The problem is that, right, different numbers also produce different sort of energy. And when you combine certain numbers together, right, the energy, right, can be positive to you or it can be negative. So this is what we call the Bagua system for analyzing the energy of the numbers. Okay, so using the Bagua system, we need to double check whether or not there are harmful numbers in your chart. Some numbers will give you the effect of what we call 5 goals. And this 5 goals effect, right, what does it do? It makes a person extremely talented. Now, but if you can't control the energy, right, it also makes you extremely suspicious. Okay, say for example, you want to select a new handphone number for your wife, and your wife is already very suspicious all the time. Do you think that it is a wise move for you to select a 5 goals number for her? Probably quite stressful, right? Okay, another point of view is that, let's say, for example, you are getting a new phone for your husband, and at the same time, you want to select a new handphone for your husband as well. And he's a very, very harsh and very critical person, right? And he loses his temper, like, I don't know, every 2 hours, and he speaks his mind all the time. Now, would you want to select a number of, previously I shared 9889 for him. Now, 9889 has a certain energy that makes a person extremely eloquent. But would you want your husband to have this number to improve his eloquence? Probably not, right? Because he will comment everything that you do negatively. Like even if you cook a meal, right, he will say that, this egg can be better cooked. Or perhaps, how come the egg yolk feels so hard? I like something that's like half boiled. And then when you do something half boiled, then you say that, oh, got germs. You should fully cook it. Yeah. So, would you want to live a kind of life with this person by making him more negative in that sense? Probably not. So these numbers can be good for certain people. Perhaps they are a little bit less outgoing, but perhaps you want a number that makes them more outgoing so that they can complete a certain sales. So one of the participants said, that sounds exactly like my husband. So 89 and 98 is probably a no-no for him. Yeah, precisely my point. So you don't anyhow choose a number that might make it worse instead, okay? Yeah, then lastly, of course, we need to see whether or not this number will fit a person's 八字 chart. Because although the number might fit your numerology chart, right, in the whole life, it could help your personality. But what about this 10 years period? You could be having a separate problem. So does it fit your 八字 chart? Does it fit your luck cycle right now? Probably not. So we have also done cases for like certain real estate agents, right, who are having issues during their current luck cycle, and we use phone number as a way to change and improve their luck. Okay, so this also has been done. Now, okay, I know you have some questions. Is it possible for you to leave all the questions inside the Q&A, and then after the thing, I'm going to answer the questions all one by one. I saw Kitty, like raising your hand. So I'm not sure whether you are raising your hand as a form of agreement or you're raising your hand because you want to ask a question. But if you want to ask a question, please key in inside the Q&A. Otherwise, I might miss the question if you just type it inside there. Okay, I would love to answer like every single question that you all have. Okay, so yeah, like I mentioned, right, numerology helps to calculate a person's life path, finding out a person's strengths and weaknesses. So when we formulate the set of numbers, right, the life chart of 1 to 9, sometimes we can see a person's unique strengths. A person with the number of 189, right, can be a very strong, have a very strong high level of expectations and can be a perfectionist. So these people can be very good at managing others, but however, they might not be very easy to live with at home. So if you see a 189 within a person's chart, right, it can be quite difficult to live with this person. And especially if you have her wife with a lot of number 6 in her chart, right, she might be very concerned with every single detail in the house, even like whether you put back the toilet seat and all, if the after you brush your teeth, do you put back your toothbrush? Yeah. But however, certain kind of numbers can give us quite positive career luck. Like for example, the numbers of 235 can improve our sales skills. Okay, so if you see your 235 within your numerology chart, it could be a very positive thing. Now, I just want to offer this to everybody. If you have not read your numerology chart before, and you have no idea, right? We are offering everybody, right, a basic reading. So everyone right here in this Zoom seminar, right, you can send a message to my number. I'll try to reply as many as I can, but I'll probably do about 20. You can send it. You can send in a request. So if I have never done a reading for you, right, before, I will do a basic reading for you. Okay, so for those who are in this seminar and I've never done a reading for you before, right, I'll do a basic reading for you, right, based on the missing numerology numbers. Yeah, okay, so that's what I can do today. Missing numbers are something that causes obstacles in a person's life. So think of it like if you are missing number 2, you might be having family issues because you cannot communicate with your family members, and they might not know that you have been very, very helpful to them. Okay, so certain people, if they have strengths in certain areas, they might have missing numbers in other areas. Missing number 7 lacks benefactor luck. Missing number 8 might not be able to take stress, especially public stress. Now, for example, if we look at this person's chart, this is a very interesting chart, which I think if you have been to some of my other seminars, right, I have shared this before. Let me find my pen. Let's start a little bit of drawing on this chart. Now, we can see right here that this chart, right, is a chart of life path number 9. Now, what does life path number 9 means that, right, this person is a person that enjoys success very much. Do we leave our number here for the free reading? No, you message my number 84153359. Okay, you do not leave your number here, because if you leave a number here, nobody is going to message you. It will be flooding later on, then we would miss the messages for sure. Send me a message and I'll try to answer you, especially if you have not done a free reading before. I'll do it for you. If you have already had a free reading done already, right, then I do not know what else I can do for you. Okay, so life path number 9 people yearns for success. Okay, they yearn for success. Okay, is it me or is it very soft? Okay, double sound check. Bibo, can you check whether my sound is okay? Okay, Bibo says fine. Okay, let me continue. Now, but one thing that is very interesting is that we also see a number here, right, with triple nine. Okay, so what does 999 means? 999 means what? Call police. Do we call the police? Yeah, so does 999 means call the police or not? I don't think so lah. But what does 999 means that this person yearns for success very much until he or she becomes a wild card. So what does a wild card mean? It means that this person easy to do dangerous things, right? Just because he or she wants to achieve success. Okay, so another thing that we see in this person chart is that, right, she is actually missing number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we see a huge chunk of numbers missing. From number 1, it will jump all the way to 8, jump all the way to 9. So it means that, right, the personality of this person, right, yearns for success so much, he or she might easily do something that is not right just because that he or she wants to achieve success. And there also is a strong lack of patience, right, in this person, right, to achieve success as well. So he or she would want to achieve success very quickly and does not want to pay the price for it. Okay, so this is the way how we interpret this chart randomly lah. So later on, we'll do more live demo. Now, another one, right, is that we talk a little bit about some of these numbers. So if you have a number of 1, 6 and 4, 7 in your handphone, right? It could also mean that, right? It could also mean that, hey, you know what? It can be easy for you to experience romance issues, or what we call, like, relationship problems. Now, just now we talk about the public speaking lawsuit number of 98 and 89. Okay, so it is written here as well. Then as for the suspicion number, that is 18. Okay, 18. Then another one is a number that causes investment issues, and that is 69. 69. So if you have these numbers in your chart, it might not be the end of the world, but if let's say you have a problem, right, trying to control yourself, then yes, these numbers can be giving you issues. Okay, so they are not always bad, but if your 八字 chart cannot support, yeah, that can be a bad thing. This is the reason why the second part of this framework is pretty important. We don't just look at the numerology, we also need to look at this second framework, okay? Now, the last one is actually the special numbers. So number 0, right, will hold a special meaning because it holds the power of emptiness. Is it important to have the number 0? Sometimes no, it is not easy to use, okay? So I'd rather you don't have it. Now, if you're dealing with a spiritual business or spiritual realm, might be a good number, but it is also a number that easily causes mental health issues and also physical health issues. Number 5 means skip. So sometimes if you have too many of this number in your handphone, it might not be a good thing as well. Now, the 八字 is a very important component when we do the handphone number selection because we want to confirm that, the number is good for you. So the last step of reading a person's 八字 chart and ensuring the number fits, right, is also a very key part of the process, which is why we have it calling the trifactor process, okay? Trifactor process. Now we go through a little bit of case studies. How many of you guys like case studies? Because it's easy to relate to. So if you like case studies, can you type number 1? So the first one is actually this litigation lawyer. So first time I met this person is actually at an event. So during the event, right, I kind of know that this person is a lawyer because throughout the entire dinner, right, he was like talking non-stop. Usually at a desk, the person that talks the most, if the person is not an MC or events person, right, then usually it's the feng shui master. But this time round, the feng shui master keep quiet, and then the feng shui master eat dinner. Yeah, and oh yeah, salespeople also lah. But the lawyer just keeps talking, and talking. And then he was telling everybody, right, about how he actually handled every single lawsuit. Wow, how he trashed the opponent, how he tricked the opponent into saying something. And then we were like, Yep. So how many of you guys think that, that's my face saying that actually I'm very bored? Yeah, so if you can read that, right, yeah, not bad. You can pass the basic face reading test already. Okay, the key thing is that I'm not offended, I'm just bored. Because he just keeps talking about all the cases that he has done in court. Now, what kind of phone number does he have? He has a 98 in his phone. So he keeps talking non-stop. And later on, of course, I read his chart also. So yeah, it's quite obvious. So it relates to each other. Okay, very, very, very. You know what kind of chart is this? It's what we call a whistleblower chart. Or if you have been to my 八字 course, it is what we call a hurting officer chart. Wow, HO a lot. So it's not the kind where, during Christmas you say ho ho ho. HO means hurting officer, a person that likes to talk and whistle blow and has a low level of self-control. Then this phone number reinforces that. So what kind of issues does it cause? It gives him poor health and it gives him body ache. Okay, so he has body aches here, body aches there, body aches everywhere. and it's hard for him to explain why he's having these issues. So how we actually help him, right? Not just through a phone number change, we did a more holistic plan for him. Is that we look at his home feng shui. So we structure the house for him, improve the qi flow, and of course, most importantly, we improve the relationship sector and also the academic sector to improve his career luck. Because he's always clashing with people. Yeah, but if you're a lawyer and you clash with your opponents, not so bad. But he also tends to clash with his clients sometimes because, you know, he has a unique way of convincing people, and sometimes he also likes to convince the client. And then, of course, other than the house, we also change the name and the car plate. Okay, and the phone as well. Now, after all the changes, right, he can see that his sleep pattern has improved. And his wife also mentioned that he's able to control his emotions better. But of course, you know, it wouldn't like make you into a saint, but the wife says that there is a significant improvement. So at least the exact words that she says that he's less irritating. Okay, so the next thing is that, right, for the home feng shui, right, it was a little bit difficult because he lives in a corner terrace. So corner terrace issue is that, right, there is a certain shape of this place, right, that is a little bit not so good. So the issue about corner terrace is that it is not a perfect rectangle or square. Okay, there's some sectors, right, that are a little bit triangular. So we need to make some landscaping changes as we did the home feng shui. The house is also not prepared for period 9. So for those of you guys who have not prepared your house for period 9, it could be a very good idea for you to do home feng shui in order to ensure that your house fits the period 9. Okay, because if not, then there can be significant changes to your luck. Last time you stay in the house, maybe you feel like, hey, not bad, quite lucky. But as we move into next year and it's already period 9, right, then a lot of things might start to change. And sometimes what we do in order to improve that of a landed property, right, is to change the gate, because you know, the gate is a very powerful thing in a landed property. Okay, so it's not every time that we ask clients that, oh, buy this to put here, buy that to put there. But in this case, right, changing a gate, right, makes a lot more sense for him. Okay, so we change a gate for him, and it improves the qi flow of the house by allowing the number 5 energy to escape. So for those of you guys familiar with home feng shui, you will know that the number 5 qi is a very, very negative set of energy. We need to let it escape the house. Okay, otherwise it will cause a lot of frustration and bad mood for the people. Then next thing, of course, we improve that of the water flow by ensuring that the internal of the house, right, is not using a indoor fountain. A lot of people, they think that, oh, you know, I put a fountain in my house, my luck will improve. But please do not anyhow do that, because that is that can severely disrupt your house. Okay, so in his case, the fountain was placed in a wrong location, and at the same time, he shouldn't even put the fountain in a house anyway. So we changed it to a proper fish tank with our specifications, and it was better lah. Okay, then yeah, I told you about the landscaping work that we have done with the house lah. Okay, now this is the first case study that has seen significant improvement. Okay, as we change the name, right, we also ensure that the name is improved in terms of having a synergy with the zodiac. So a lot of people say that, hey, you know what, the name only needs to have the numerology. Actually, not true. Name change is very, very intense. And other than ensuring that it fits your numerology, right, it also needs to fit the strokes. And of course, it also needs to fit the zodiac of the person. So for example, the zodiac of the dragon, for him, will need elements within the name like clouds or air or certain essence from the sky in order to sustain it with energy. So such a name will ensure that he has wealth, luck, and good career luck and opportunities. Okay, so changing to a suitable name improves his health, because right now his this name, right, actually suits that of snake or tiger. Okay, so it's feeding him with the wrong energy, so which is why he's having certain issues with his health. Now, the second case is actually this mechanical engineer. How many of you guys are engineers here? It's very few. There are not many engineers in my clientele portfolio. Most of them are business people, and then the second most are actually sales people. Okay, how many of you guys are engineers? Yeah, not many engineers because engineers are very logical people. Perhaps they also feel that maybe I don't need feng shui. Gilbert is an engineer. Anyone else? Yeah, okay, nice to meet you, Gilbert. So this second, Liang Rui is also a engineer. Okay, nice guys. So this second case is a mechanical engineer. So the phone number has 881111, which stands for stagnation. Okay, so one of the things that he has, right, is that he always has a lot of overthinking in his chart. And even in his numerology, both his numerology and 八字 shows a lot of overthinking. And if you offend him, he will remember it for a very long time. So as we were doing the reading, he's always like constantly complaining about his colleagues as well. But such a attitude, right, will actually reduce a person's luck because it makes him negative. So there's a lot of negative and pent up negativity and anger. Okay. The other thing is that, right, it can also be easy for him to lose wealth at old age because there's a certain numerology combination of 696 within his chart as well. Now, one thing that he faces is that, right, he lost a lot of his money and much of his inheritance because he dabbles in margin trading. Okay, so if you dabble in margin trading and you lost a lot of your money, right, don't type here. I know it's tough, but try to understand your chart before you continue doing that, because sometimes a lot of us, we are not suitable for such risky investments. Okay, so after we have his reading done, right, we got his wife to also help him to restructure his portfolio into industrial properties. I know a lot of people will comment and say, hey, you know what, Chase, that's wrong. But for him, it might be the right thing because, he's just too aggressive. Yeah, so perhaps this is best for him as it gives him less control. He wouldn't anyhow go and sell, and it gives him a more stable return. So in that case, right, he would actually put more focus in his job rather than keep trying to think how to get rich quick. Yeah, that could actually give him more problems. Okay, so we had his phone number changed to increase his motivation for his work. We also changed his name to increase his commitment to his family, instead of every day dabbling in margins or some of these weird crypto things that he's buying that I've never even heard of. Like, I don't know, one day he was telling me that he was like buying pets, and I'm like, okay, like a cat? No, it's not cat, like a digital cat. I'm like, okay, good for you. So then we also did his home feng shui in order to improve his focus at work. So we changed his academic sector. Okay, interestingly, he has a north facing house. Okay, hi Chase. If change number, old number totally cannot keep. Preeny, you can keep the old number, but the number that you use will have the energy. You can keep the old number for sure, but perhaps it might be wise for you not to carry on using it too much. Now, a suitable house for him, right, would be something in the south so that he will focus more on career. But this north-facing house, right, increases his risk appetite. And since he already has very huge risk-taking appetite, right, the house kind of like makes it slightly worse. So what we have done, right, is that because perhaps too early for him to relocate to another place, so and they're still waiting for the the 3-year period to be up, we improve on the feng shui of this house first by decluttering the living room so that it has an improved level of energy first. Okay, that would reduce some of the bad stars in the house. The next thing is that, right, their children's health also kind of like affected, which also causing him to be quite troubled lah. So we took a look at the children's room, and we also realized that the bed heads are all in the wrong locations. So we had them change as well. Then, of course, we relocated his study area to the academic sector to improve his overall decision making when he's doing his work. Yeah, and lastly, we did the period 9 audit for him as well. Okay, we did the change of name for him, right? Because he has an issue with his name. There's this word called guo. So when you have a guo, right, in your name, in your Chinese name, it is not exactly very good because guo technically means trapped. Now, the second issue with this word of guo, right, also that it relates with royalty. It should only be given to the dragon and the tiger, but his zodiac is in that of the goat. So giving royalty to the goat, right, means that this person is in the wrong career easily, okay, and easy to make wrong career choices and hard to be recognized. So therefore, your name will need to be befitting with your zodiac, which in this case, it is not. Okay, a lot of people, they have their name fitting to the strokes, they have their name fitting to the numbers, but it is not fitting to the zodiac, and that could be a long-term issue. Okay, so the name change hopes to aims to reduce his ambition in trading, but also put his commitment back to his family and also work. Now, the third case study is this very, very interesting person in finance. So I met this lady. She is a very, 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 very powerful person. When she talk, right, I can feel a lot of energy, a lot of power. But with all things, life is not perfect, and she has a 1-6 and 6-1 continually giving her issues with her relationships, and she has extremely poor marriage luck. So one of the issues that she has, right, also within the Bazi chart is a horse and rat clash, which also means that poor career up, poor spouse luck as well. So split with spouse lah, then second spouse also split lah. So she's coming to me for actually career advice. She's very tired of her finance job and she wants a change. Okay, so after we read for her, right, very interesting is that, right, we also asked her to remove her mole. Okay, her mole is causing her some career obstruction. Okay, where is this mole that causes career obstruction, right? It is actually in the center of the forehead. So which is why we asked her to remove. Now, we also had a phone number change for her, right, in order to restore stability back into her life, because she likes to try new things, inverted commas, without giving much thought into it. She's very courageous, no doubt, but sometimes, you might want to put more thought into it before making rash decisions. That's what I mean. Okay, then we also had name change for her. Now, before we move on to other things, right, the impression of the importance of Bazi reading is that, number one, why do we do this reading for them is because that sometimes their impression of themselves might not be correct. For example, the CFO feels that her main problem is actually her career, but actually her main problem is her relationship luck. Okay, so sometimes when you don't know what is the right thing to focus on, right, you might not be solving the biggest issue at hand. So with Bazi reading, it actually helps us to understand ourselves better. Okay. Now, before I move on to other things, I would love to do a live reading for you guys. So if you don't mind, I'm going to get you to key in your gender, your birth date, and your main area of concern. Then while you're at that, perhaps Bibo can help me to select a few people. I will try to do 2 for numerology and 2 for Bazi reading. Okay, so yeah, thanks. Let's get Bibo to help me. Hey, see Bibo choose already or not? Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so the first person I'm going to read for is Tracy. Okay. Okay, first person I'm going to read for is Tracy. Then second person I'm going to read for is Silva Kumaran. Third person I'm going to read for is Val Tang. Okay, fourth person I'm going to read for is Julius Apa. Wow. Okay, I'm going to read for this four people first. Okay. Tracy, are you here? If you are here, can you tell me that you are here? Okay, Tracy is here. Great. Let's continue. Okay. Let me just do two for everything. Tracy is the. Okay, there's no need for you to give me the hour. I will do it without the hour. Since it is a basic reading lah. Okay, very interesting thing about Tracy's chart is that, right, she has a very, very good star for being a great manager. What is this number that is, a great manager's chart is called 731. Okay, so 731, I have seen many clients with this triple number combination doing finance. So sometimes they are not doing finance, right? Then they are doing a C-suite level job. Okay, C-suite level job. If you don't know what a C-suite level job, right, it's actually someone that is very, good within a company lah. So high level one. Okay, then the next number that I'm seeing is that, right, there's this 123. So which means that Tracy is actually a person who likes to give advice. So Tracy, are you a CEO? Or are you, which kind of a line are you in? Because there's this very, very interesting number of 731. Okay, yeah, so 731 is actually a leadership number lah. So as you can see here, Tracy is the head of HR. So 731 usually I see for a lot of C-suite level people one. Head of VP finance, head of operations. Yeah, generally these two or some of them are actually CEOs. But one interesting thing about Tracy is that, right, she's also a very friendly person who likes to give advice as well. Because within a chart, I see that she has the advisor star. But what's the interesting thing about Tracy is that, right, there is no number 8 and number 9. So sometimes it might be difficult for her to try to, force herself to network with people. But interestingly, within her 八字 chart, right, at the age of 44, she has what we call 偏财luck. And this 偏财 luck, right, gives her a high level of energy to be able to network. So although within the numerology chart, we don't see the number 8 star, but within the 八字 chart, right, we see this 偏财 luck that is extremely, extremely helpful for her to boost her career. It gives her very, very good eye for spotting good wealth opportunities. But second thing is that it also improves her networking skills. Okay, so Tracy, one of the reasons, one of the ways that you can use to improve your career is actually to use this 偏财 luck to your favor, right? By increasing your networking frequency. Okay, so this is something that I like about Tracy's 八字 chart and her numerology chart. Now, if you want to consider to improve your luck further, right? One interesting thing is that, right, next year, it can be a super good year for your wealth. And next year is also a great year for networking with people. However, the networking next year, right, you have to focus on increasing your investment luck. So you can actually talk to a lot of people on how to grow your wealth instead of, 100% just using the networking to focus on your career. So next year is a very good year for you. Okay, so one of the things that is important for you, right, is that, right, in the month of April, it can be very easy for you to fall sick. So take note. Okay, the other thing is that, right, since there is a lack of number 9 within your chart, if you were to actually want to have a better career, right, you could actually use a handphone number, right, with number 9. But of course, with that, we also need to ensure that it passes the Gua theory. Okay. And I would activate the academic star and get it ready for period 9 as well, because it seems that your career luck, right, will go even higher in the next 2 years. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to read for the next person. So for Tracy, it's more like, really strong enhancement in order to ensure that she has the best 2 years of her life moving forward. Okay. Now then we want to read for Silva Kumara. Okay. Okay. So for Silva Kumara, right? It is a very interesting chart because there is a number, the triple number combination of 959 within his chart. So wait, let me draw for you. Okay. Let me make this clearer for you. Oh. There is this number of 595 within Silva Kumara's chart, which can give him some issues with his career. Okay, one of these numbers called the 595 is actually what we call a big brother number. So this big brother number, right, can mean that he likes to take care of others. So that's actually quite a good thing, right? He's a nice person who likes to take care of everybody. But the very interesting thing is that, right, because of this personality, right, it could be easy for people who are not kind to him, right, to manipulate his kindness. Okay, how many of you understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you have this very nice person within your office and he's great, he's nice, but however, once in a while, you have horrible people taking advantage of these people. How many of you guys know what I'm talking about? If you have seen this kind of cases in your office, can you type number 1? So Silva might be, easy to encounter this kind of bad people in his life. Okay. And the other thing is that, right, who can help him? The person that can help him actually is a foreigner. So he has what we call a foreigner luck. So when he deals with foreigners, right, however, he will meet lesser of this kind of ungrateful people, and it will be easy for him to meet his benefactors. Okay, so these are two things that we can see in his chart. Now, next year is actually a year of super good creativity for him. So he's going to feel very creative in 2024. Whichever career he's in, right, next year is a very expressive year. But one of the issues that he might face is that it is also very easy for him to quarrel with his boss, because next year he will be very smart, very perceptive. He will see a lot of things, and he's also creative, but he tends to overly express himself so much, right, that it will be easy for him to offend people. While because of his age, right, he might have a high level of self-control already, because when you're 47, you're less impulsive than you're young. One thing that I'll ask him to watch out for is that be careful of people who are trying to manipulate you. So they put certain ideas in your head, tell you certain things to ask you to say something to your boss. That could be a dangerous sign for you not to do it. Okay, so this is something for Silva to take note of. Now, one of the interesting things that you can take note of is that, right, for 2024, right, if he wants to improve his luck even better moving forward, right, what we will do is that we will need a phone number that will reduce that of anti-benefactors or bad people within his chart. And we will also need to improve what we call the benefactor luck instead. So increasing benefactor luck by reducing in Chinese what we call 小人 or ungrateful people. Okay, so this will be the strategy for Silva. Okay, that's great. Now, okay, this will be for Silva. Okay, next I'm going to move on to the third chart. Can we have Val Tang? Are you around? Val is here. Okay, great. Let's read for Val. Okay, Val, your chart confirm cannot have 8, 9, okay? Because seem like the lawyer, you also got this same number leh. I'm not saying that you are like him lah, but you have this number of 292, so you cannot have 89 already, because this 292 triple number is actually a number that makes a person very, very good at talking. But because you are so good at talking, right, once in a while, you know, your speech might cause certain issues with people. So which is why it can be quite important for you to be a little bit more low key. Now, the number of 8, 9 and 9, 8, right, can increase the level of intensity when you talk, and that can give you a lot of issues, in terms of relationship with people. Now, I'm going to take a look at your 八字 chart, right, just in case. Yeah, which is why actually after 60 years old, it's actually super, super, super easy, right, for you to offend people. So my strategy for you moving forward is number one, we need to significantly improve your home feng shui, right, to ensure this clash doesn't affect your health. Because after 60 years old, there is a certain clash in your chart, right, that can cause you a lot of issues. It is called the tiger, monkey, and snake clash. How many of you guys have heard of this clash before? If you have heard of this clash before, can you type number one? If you have never heard of this clash before, never mind. Okay, so the tiger, monkey, and snake, when the three things come together, right, can affect a person's health and also let a person easily meet ungrateful people in their life. So we have a few people that have actually heard of this clash before. Okay, so Val has this clash after the age of 60. Okay, so my strategy would be to improve your home in order to have a higher resistance towards health issues. The second thing that I'll do is that, right, if you have a lot of 8998 within your handphone, right, I would also ask you to go for a phone number change, because it will reduce the amount of body aches you have. And the second thing, right, is also that, yes, I know you have a tiger and snake. I can see that. Okay, I can see that. And right now you have a monkey luck cycle, which is why you have the triple combination. Okay, then I would also ask you to read the phone number, because then all the 8, 9 and 9, 8 might not be very helpful to you at this point of time. Maybe last time in your career, yes, but right now I don't think it can. I think it has served its purpose already. It is done already. So it's time for us to move on to something more milder. Okay, I would say milder lah. Then of course, the missing element that Val has is the earth element within her chart. So there's a lot of overthinking, but she doesn't exactly know how to enjoy in her life. So the earth element can help you to focus more on your own health and enjoyment. Okay, that could be one area that you are severely lacking as well. So earth element, for that you can also use the earth element bracelet or activate the earth element sector of your home. Okay, so that is for Val. Please take note of the things that I told you, because the tiger monkey clash is not, it's not fun to have that. Okay, it can be not so good. Okay, then the next one is for Julius Apa. I've seen Julius Liang, but I'm not sure whether there's a Julius Apa. Okay, Val. Yeah, Val, so I've already told you how to improve. The first one is change your phone number. The second one is actually you could, okay, look at your home feng shui. That's another thing that we could look at. And the third one is, of course, to get a earth element bracelet. Okay, so these are the three ways that we told Val. Okay, the next one is Julius Appa. Okay, do we have Julius Appa here? I have a strong affinity with this name. Okay, Julius Appa is here. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, great. Let's do it for you then. Okay, we have also another person who is kind of also quite contentious. Oh, how come all the similar people stick together? Is it law of attraction? That's why you are here in the same seminar, leh? How come so many similar people are? Or is it Master Bibo is very good at selecting? So Master Bibo selects all the similar people. Yeah. So Master Bibo, you you purposely select one, is it? Probably not, right? Okay, I don't think so. I don't think Bibo has the time to read it. Yeah, plus I think Bibo's reading quite slow on, which is why she's coming for the course in October. Okay, now let's look at Julius's chart. You also have the number of 292 here within your numerology chart. So same like Val, right? There could be some issues with your relationship with people because you can talk too well already. Okay, so we can talk too well. Can we do one last one for Flower later? Flower, can you put in your name? Later I will read for you. One last one, one very last one. Let me finish for Julius first. Okay. So for Julius's chart, right, he has what we call a hurting officer and a officer clash within his chart. So although there is extremely good wealth luck in Julius's chart, but what we can see that is that, right, within his career, it can be very easy for him to offend people. Okay, and within his chart, we also see a 292 as well. And combining this 292 together with this combining this 292, right, together with this hurting officer clash, right, what it means is that, right, you should not, definitely not have a phone number with 98 or 89. It will definitely give you problem. Okay, so for Julius, right, for Julius's chart, you will not be feasible. It will not be feasible for you to use 98 or 89. Okay, for your phone. That's problem one. Number two thing is that, right, you might probably want to rethink also about your home feng shui. The reason why is because that since there is a hurting officer clash, right, it can affect your career at certain point of your time, your life. So what we want to do is we want to ensure that the relationship and academic sector within your home, right, is not cluttered, and at the same time it is well activated. If you engage us for home feng shui, we will do our best to help you to clean and also to unclutter these two areas, and how to activate we will also tell you. Now, the next thing is that, right, you might also have a year, right, that can give you a lot of overthinking next year. So especially in the month of October, right, it is quite easy for you to make wrong career decisions. So please take note, okay, of next year. If you want to do a full reading to understand more, you can always reach out to us. We'll be happy to help as well. Now, we're going to do a very last one for... Okay, so if I read for you and it resonates to you, right, then maybe you guys can give me a little bit of comment so I know that you are here as I'm reading. Then the last one I'm going to read for is Flower. Okay, Flower. Flower 22 to 63. Okay. Wow, Flower seems to have good wealth luck though. Oh, but there is a lot of instability in your life because of this triple number combination. 4, 6, sorry. 426 is a good wealth number. 191 is a good career number, but 617 is a number of constant obstacles and restarting in your life. Okay, now let's take a look at your numerology. Okay, now I know why. Because it is extremely easy for flower to meet ungrateful people. And it will be very, very serious for you in this case, especially in the year of the snake. Okay, so this is something that we can merely see from your chart. Is next year going to be a good year for you? It is a good year for you to learn new things, but it is not a very good year for you in terms of your relationship with people. Next year, there's a lot of second guessing. So the number of 5 goals, right, might not be friendly to you. So if you have certain numbers that will promote the 5 goals in your chart, that could give you further issues. The element that can help you, right, is actually the metal element. So metal element and the earth element can help you to reduce some of this negative impact in your life. Okay, so that will be for flower. If you want to improve your sleep, right, one of the ways that you can do is actually to use a tree of harmony as well. So the tree of harmony is made of white quartz crystal. You can actually use this feng shui tree to help you to improve your quality of sleep as well. Okay, so flower says very true. So hopefully whatever that I've said can help you, the advice can help you as well. If there's any questions that you have, or you want to do a full reading, feel free to send a request to 8415-3359. Okay, so the number is 8415-3359. Okay. Anyone else has any comments on the readings? Now, the next one is very interesting because we are kind of like, talking about all the phone number change. And a lot of us, actually, we are thinking that, hey, you know what, it's a hassle for me to change my phone number, or that I have multiple phone numbers. What should I do? Very simple. Okay, you have the phone number change, right? Change the number that you always use, because as you use the number, it gives energy. Okay, so we want to keep activating positive energy. So it's good to have a positive number. So how does it, how do we actually do it? Very simple. You go to a phone service provider, right? And you screenshot for us the numbers that they have. You can do it online. You can screenshot for me online, or you can go over there and screenshot from their booklet, right? Then I'll choose for you and I'll let you know which one are the ones that are good. Why do I not select the exact number for you to have? Because even if I tell you this is the number that you should have, right, it will not be possible for you to get the number anyway. Because even if you try and find something very close to it, but there can be 1 or 2 things that disrupt the entire flow of the numbers, right? Also no point. So there's no perfect number in that sense. Okay, I give you the number, you also cannot find, because somebody is using the number right now, perhaps. So try to take numbers for me, like maybe 3 to 4 pages, and then from that 3 to 4 pages, I'll select a good one for you. But don't worry, we are quite professional. If there are no good numbers, I'll just tell you that, sorry, everything is bad. Then I'll give you a little bit of a hint on what kind of numbers we should look for, so that it'll be easier for us to come to an agreement. Okay, so but for sure, I will not let you use a bad number. That's for sure. We will not do that. Our team will not do that as well. Okay, so this will be our phone number change. A lot of people have been taking this up, right, this year, right? The reason is because that, especially if you do sales, a good phone number can help you to increase your conversations, the quality of your conversations. If you have a number of 8998 and you always want to win an argument, how many of you guys doing sales here know that, right? Winning an argument doesn't bring you sales. Winning an argument wins an argument, but it doesn't bring you sales at all. Doing sales, you have to be very focused. You have to be very targeted on closing. Okay, so that is the main issue of having a number that does not promote sales luck. Another thing about phone number change, right, is that, right, if you have a certain number that causes certain health issues like body aches. Now that can also be a problem because body aches, right, are usually caused with this number of 8998. It can probably be good for you to change a new number. And you have certain numbers like 0 or 00 within your handphone. It can also promote health issues as well. Okay. Now, the next one is actually this service that we always have. But why am I promoting the 八字 reading service is because that we are quite near to the end of the year. Now it's like almost October. One of the issues that Koseki always have is that at November period, we have a lot of orders, right, for 八字 reading. So last year was very strange because before that, actually, we do have quite a lot of slots. But come November, suddenly as we ask the customers to sign up for our 八字 reading, right? November time, we had a total number of 88 signups. Yeah, I also don't know why, but numbers were very strange. So, very nice number also. 88 people sign up for our readings. So imagine that if I were to give readings every single day, right? Literally, I have to be glued to my seat. So there is only so many readings that I can do for you guys in order for me to maintain a certain quality in the readings, which is why if you want to secure your slot for the 八字 reading, please sign up early. That's the point, okay? Original price for the 八字 reading is 678. Yeah, okay. But however, today it is only going for 538 before discount. Okay, so we are still giving a further 20% off, right? If you use the code of Seminar 20. But the Seminar 20 code, right, will expire tonight, 2359. So if you're looking for a 八字 reading, okay, and you haven't done it yet, or you are looking to do your yearly review for 八字 reading, right, this will be the perfect time for you to sign up our 八字package, because you want to sign up before the crowd come in. Okay, so before the crowd come in, because technically a lot of people say, should I only do it in New Year? Actually, the answer is that, if you give a 八字 reader enough time, he can read your entire life for you every single year. Okay, but however, the amount of time that you need to give him is probably like many hours. So which is why sometimes when we do yearly reading, right, it makes more sense. If you are doing a yearly reading, you are looking for a yearly update, right? This could be a good time for you to sign up first before the crowd comes in November. Okay, so try and take up the slots first before all the people are filling it in November and December lah. Okay, so this reading, right, will entail your numerology reading. It will entail your 八字 reading. It will entail your face reading as well. And if you can bring your floor plan, I will have a basic look at your floor plan as well. Okay, I'll have a basic look at your floor plan as well to give you a little bit of tips during the reading. But for sure that the reading timing is 30 minutes to 1 hour. So try to prepare your questions beforehand so that we can be efficient and to the point. Okay, so for you guys who have not done a reading and want to take up the reading, right, please feel free to sign up the reading today. Okay, the code for today is Seminar 20. You can use this Seminar 20 code to buy anything, but we also propose buying the package because the package, right, is a very good deal. Yeah, so if you have not signed up this package before, you could do it today to use the Seminar 20 code. Now, the next one that I want to talk to you guys about, right, is actually home feng shui. So we have actually seen how home feng shui can very powerfully improve our luck. Just now, as we've seen, in some of the real life case studies of our clients. So this home feng shui package, right, is includes one on-site reading. So the on-site reading is very interesting because I will go down myself to see the property on-site. But before that, of course, I'll do a pre-site analysis. And during the on-site analysis, right, we will actually do an on-site assessment of the place. So after we have done it already, right, we will also do 2 times 八字 reading for you guys as well. Because as we do the 2 times 八字 reading for you guys, right, we can see whether or not the property will fit the person's 八字 chart. A lot of times when you read a person's 八字 chart, right, we can discover a lot of issues. And after that, we can correctly pinpoint what we should do with the house, right, to solve these issues. I'll give you an example. recently, right, we have a client, right? He is having some career issues. But of course, as I was there, before I read his Bazi chart, right, I didn't come to this conclusion. But so I asked him lah, what do you want me to do for your house? And then he gave me the usual reply. Oh, I want good family harmony. That's all. I'll be happy with just that. But what's the issue between in achieving this harmony? So I go to the house, I activate I make the qi flow good, and then I activate the relationship sector. Job done. Okay, relationship improve. Is that true? If you think it's as simple as that, right? Can you type number 1? If you think that yeah, there is more than meets the eye, can you type number 2? So what actually happened is that when we read the Bazi chart, right, we realize that he is having relationship issues, right? Because the wife is extremely unhappy that he's constantly meeting wrong people in his career. Okay, so the wife also very unhappy. Like, how come you don't know that this person is very bad for you? Why do you still want to partner with him? Why do you still want to do this? Why do you still want to do that? So he's actually operating this pub. And then while he's operating the pub, right, he will come back very late. And then every time he has to drink, and then he will drink until his liver is like going to burst, and then he'll feel very sick. But the thing is that, right, he still needs to continue consistently doing it, because if he don't do it, right, then there's no business. Okay, so it really strained the relationship very much. Yeah, so does it have everything to do with the house? The answer is yes and no, because the house kind of like reinforces it due to some of the bad forms that they're doing. So what we do for the house, right, is that we increase not just the relationship factor, but sector, but we also increase a certain area that allows negative energy to get out. Okay, so it is actually this prayer area that he has within the house that is accumulating a lot of energy within the house. So we want this energy to get out of the house so that the energy does not cloud his decision making. And also we kind of like improve on in the bedroom as well, because the bed head is placed at a wrong location, causing a lot of confusion and bad decision making in his life, reinforcing on some of the issues that he already has within his Bazi chart. So from this, you can also tell that, right, the home feng shui not just dealing with fixing the house only. We need to see the Bazi chart and see what are the other issues that are troubling this person, because sometimes they don't tell you, they don't know what to tell you also. Okay, so it includes 2 Bazi reading, 1 home feng shui audit, and lastly, it also includes the feng shui tree. You can actually go to our Google reviews to have a look that we don't exactly hard sell our clients during the home feng shui. Okay, we try our best to be as cordial as possible. We go there, professionally solve the issue, and that's it. Finish, then we go off. Okay, so your house will also not look like a Chinese restaurant, because we will not ask you to put a lot of funny things within the house. If you don't want to, there's always other alternatives. We'll try to make it look as modern as possible. That's our end goal. Okay, then of course, the last one is the name change. If you guys are looking at name change, right, this could be something interesting, because we provide 3 options for name change. A lot of people only do 1. So for this price, there is 3 name change included. Okay, I personally feel that is a good deal, because there's a lot of work done in name change. For those of you guys who don't know, we not just need to check according to numerology, we need to check according to the strokes, but we also need to check according to whether or not it fits your zodiac. So there's a few things that we need to check. And lastly, we also need to check whether it fits your Bazi chart. So having a good name, right, reinforces the energy when people call out your name. Like for example, a name like mine, right, will increase a person's outgoingness. Okay, so not just English name, but also Chinese name plays a very, very strong part as well, which is why a lot of actors, they have their name changed so that, whenever people call their name out, right, it reinforces that positive energy. They believe that this will actually make them become famous in a faster manner lah. Okay, but of course, when you have the right name, reinforces the energy, right, it will improve your career luck, definitely. One of our apprentices also changed her name, and she can attest to the fact that, right, this name change, right, can increase that of her benefactor luck. So which is why it is easier for her, right, to gain favor with her superiors. Okay, so can we just change Chinese name? Of course. Yeah, that is possible, Celia. This is actually for the Chinese name. Okay, yeah, this is actually for the Chinese name. So there will be 3 options given to you. Then you can choose from within the 3. Okay, so if you're interested in this name change service, you can actually sign up today. And on top of this, you can also use the Seminar 20 discount code, which is super handy. But remember to check out before 2359, otherwise the code will expire. Okay. Yeah, so that is for the name change. Anyone have any questions for the name change? Please feel free to key in inside the Q&A. Now, we encourage people to know more about our courses as well. Just now we had a interview with BBC. So BBC, as you all know, that it is an international radio channel, from UK. But the interesting thing is that, right, they actually feel that we Chinese are very superstitious. Now, if you're having a lot of misconceptions about feng shui and 八字, right, sometimes even after going for a reading, it doesn't help you very much. So what we have done is that, right, we teach courses also to help people to have the right mindset whenever they come in contact with feng shui and 八字. And this will actually help you even more. So which is why education is a very, very important part of improving a person's luck. And that includes education also in numerology and 八字 reading. Now, what you actually learn from the course, right, is a basic level of being able to read your own chart, and you'll also be able to know the personalities of the people around you. So usually a lot of my students, right, what they will do is that even during the reading itself, right, during the class itself, right, they already start reading for their colleagues already. Yeah, their classmates, and sometimes even their family members. I thought the first person they read for is your spouse, your family members, but actually no. A lot of people, right, the first person they read for, is who or not? Is for their boss. And then the second person they read for is for their colleagues. Like, wow, this person sitting across me, wow, it's like that. Wow, no wonder this person is like that. Wow, why am I finding it so difficult to work with this person? Now I understand already. So a lot of students actually have this aha moment, and it's very interesting because I thought they'll be plotting their family members, but no way, they plot their boss, they plot their colleagues. I thought this was very strange. But it goes to show how effective and fast these methods can be in terms of reconfirming some of the doubts that we have. Now, imagine that you are doing sales, right? It can be very helpful for you in understanding your client's pain point. Okay, so maybe you feel like, oh, you know what? Have you ever tried, like, keep selling to this client, talk for like 2 hours, but you never hit the spot, and then after that, the client never buy. So it really wastes your time. But if you can read his chart, say for example, you're an insurance agent, you're a real estate agent, you definitely will have the person's birthday because you need to calculate the loan tenure, you need to calculate certain insurance policies issues. Now, if you have this information, you'll be able to plot them. And as you plot them, right, you'll be able to know like, oh, okay, so the most important thing to this client, right, actually is his family. The most important thing for this client maybe is his wife. Then the most important thing for this client is perhaps his parents. So as you know that, right, you can craft the sales or the offer to fit what best can suit this person. So you don't keep selling this ice to Eskimos, okay? Now, if you only want to go for the numerology course, right, we have a very interesting offer today because the numerology course alone is 388. But however, today, right, if you sign up for the numerology course, what you will also have is that you can actually, one moment, I think there's a little bit of an issue with my chat. Okay, never mind. I think it's working already. Okay, if you sign up for our numerology course today, what you actually have is that you will have the 388 also back in credits. So say today, right, if you use the Seminar 20 together with this code now, let me calculate how much exactly. So the price is actually 388 for our numerology course, but after 20%, right, the price is actually 310, sorry, 310.4. Okay, sorry, 310.4. Now, if you sign up for 310.4 because you use the Seminar 20 code, what you will have is you will also have this 310.4 back in credits for you. So what can you use these credits for? Only if you sign up the courses, you will get it back in credits. You can use these credits, right, to give to your friend to attend the course for free. Or if you are not so you don't want to give to your friends, means okay lah, I don't have a lot of friends. Okay, never mind. Then you will need you can actually use the code, right? The credits, right, to buy something else from the website. Okay, so you can either use the code to give to your friends, the credits to give to your friends, or you can actually use the credits, right, for your own purchases from the Hoseki website. So this numerology course, right, is going only for 310.4 after the seminar 20 code. Okay, after the seminar 20 code. Okay, the course will be held 21 of October. Okay, it will be held face to face. It will be from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Yeah, then we will hold it at Cuppage at Orchard. Okay, so that will be the details for this course. Now, let's say you want to sign up a bundle. Okay, you want to do both numerology and 八字 reading because you want to do both lah. The price is actually 588. Okay, it's actually 588. Now, what do you have for this bundle is that, right, you can use the seminar 20 code for this bundle. So after seminar 20, right, the price for this course is 470.40. Okay, then you can use this seminar 20 code, and it will only be for 470.40. Okay, it is interesting to add on the bundle of 八字 because the numerology, like I mentioned, will share about a person's strengths and weakness. Yeah, but however, right, the 八字 chart, right, can tell you a person's luck cycle. So for example, if you know that your boss is very good at making money, but you might not be aware of his luck. So perhaps when you look at his luck, you know that, hey, actually next year is very easy for him to have health issues. Yeah, so then it might not be a very good year for him. So if it's not a very good year for him, perhaps it's not a very good year for you as well. Okay, so you can analyze that in that sense. Might ask me, will I get a credit back for this combined package? The answer is yes. So even if you sign up for this combined package, right, of 470.40, right, 470.40 after you use the seminar 20 code, you can also get credits back. And you can use these credits, right, to give it to your friend, and then your friend can attend for free. Or you can also use it for your own purchases on the website as well. Okay, up to you. So that's why it's very value for money. So in the previous time where we hold this offer, right, actually more than 10 plus people, they sign up for the courses, and then after that our class will fill to the maximum. So today, as we also hold this offer out, right, we hope that if you have interest in learning, right, always remember that learning is a very important step in order to improve your luck. So if you are interested in metaphysics, do take up the courses, because if you know the prices of these courses outside, right, it can be very pricey. But because we started our courses this year, and it's kind of like for our early bird offer for people that sign up, right, we also hope that this offer can help you to learn more things and at the same time save more money. Okay. Yeah, so that's it for the courses. Okay, so in summary, right, if you know your numerology chart, right, it can be easy for you to understand your strengths and weaknesses. But most important thing is to use these concepts, right? Use these concepts to improve your luck for 2024. Now, if you really want to improve your luck further, other than having a reading, right, you can also change to the right handphone number and the right name. Okay, we need to think of feng shui holistically and not just if I buy this, I put in my house, my luck will improve tremendously. Okay, we need to think of it holistically in order for luck to improve. So sometimes it could be the house plus the number and also plus the name. Okay, sometimes it could be just the name and the house. Sometimes it could be the number and also the house. Sometimes it can just be the reading and the number. Okay, so feel free after you learn to share this knowledge with the rest of your friends. Hopefully this has been an interesting seminar for you, and thank you very much for staying until 9:30. Okay, thanks guys. So now hand over the time back to Bibo. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So Bibo reminded me, right? I still need to do the Q&A session. Okay, sorry. So let's continue to do the Q&A session. So okay, so the first one by anonymous attendee. All of us will have one number. No, all of you will have 7 numbers. Everyone will have 7 numbers, and there are 9 numbers in total. So everybody will have at least missing of 2 numbers. Okay. Yeah, every one of us have short of numbers, which is why none of us are perfect. This is quite direct lah. You need numerology, Donald, no problem. Please send over to my number 84153359. Okay, what if we have 2 phone and 3 number? No problem, Kok Liang. So the one that right you are always using, change the one you are always using, okay? Or change the one that is business. Yeah, change the one that is business. Yeah, hope that answers your question. Okay, for existing HDB, where most arrangements are fixed, what potentially can be done? Yeah, so this is by anonymous attendee. Yeah, so the first thing that we do is that, right, we assess the house first and see whether this house is good for you. Then if the house is very good for you, right, we'll improve on the house because there's no need for you to move. But however, right, if you want to move because the house is not very good, right, then we'll assess why is it not good, when will it be not good. That will be very important. And then after that, we will pinpoint at certain things, right, in order to improve the house. For example, we will read for your chart first and find out the issues. If you're having a relationship issue, we need to target the academic sector. If you're having a business issue, we need to target the wealth sector. If you're having the health issues, we need to target the health sector and the wealth sector together. Okay, if you are having some issues with children, right, then we need to target the children sector. So depending on the problem that you have, we will kind of like craft the strategies to improving for you. Okay, so hope that answers your question. With plans to relocate in the future, is there a short-term fix? Yeah, as we are there, right, we will tell you exactly what to do. Usually we will have a route map lah. Like for example, I help you for 3 years, then I'll write down the plan for that 3 years, and perhaps what you can do is that after that, then you can look for a better house. So Karina asks, the bundle workshop, when is the schedule? So it's actually 21 October and 28 October. Okay, both of them are Saturdays. Yeah. Then the timing is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, so it will be face-to-face at Orchard Cuppage. After you have done already, right, then after you sign up already, we will invite you to join a Telegram group chat, and then we'll send all the information to you in the group chat. There will be also a lot of information for you to read before the class. If you never read and you come for class, right, don't worry, just tell me that you never read. Okay, not to worry. So Mabel asked, tonight price is 488. The answer is yes. Mabel, is there a recording as you join late? So for today, yes, we have a recording. You can join our YouTube, and then as there's a recording, right, you can actually help. You can actually be informed. Anonymous attendee asks, is it normal that why suddenly there's a twist change in life? Was everything smooth? Yes, the reason why is because of luck cycle. So other than luck cycle, right, sometimes we also need to look at clashes. Like for example, for certain celebrities that recently just passed away, right, she also has clashes that is causing her to have issues during 2022. Okay. Can you do the Bazi reading if we don't know the time of birth? Anonymous attendee, the answer is yes. I've done this many times for people who are orphans. What does the number 4 means? It means overthinking or ability to study. Now, anonymous attendee asks, I just moved house. I felt that luck is not as good. That could be because of the feng shui of the house. For home feng shui reading, will you analyze our house personally? I will analyze your house personally. I will be there, and then I will be the person doing it, and I will also read your floor plan other than also being there personally, because the floor plan is part of the technical aspect, and we cannot just base it on the physical visit. Unless you're telling me that you don't have a floor plan, then I'll do the physical visit and do everything on the spot. But still, even after the visit, I'll still give you a very detailed report as to what to improve, what to change. Just follow the pointers. It will be like a very simple game walkthrough. I will not give you any trouble, so there's no space language for you to decipher. Okay, not to worry. So the number one, what does number one means? Means leadership or stubbornness and problems with life obstacles. Okay, now any other questions that you all have for Q&A? If not, then one of you guys, I think, asked me about home feng shui, right? If you're interested in home feng shui, please send me a message at 84153359. The reason why is because that, right, we want to give you an appointment slot as early as possible, but right now appointments are coming in as we speak. So it will be better for us to secure the slots, right, as early as possible. Now, I understand that we are still not exactly at Chinese New Year yet, but it is important for us to do it earlier because you can do it any time of the year. But if you plan earlier, right, then the appointment slots given to you will be before Chinese New Year. Okay. So that is at least one promise that you will. What does numbers? Number two means communication, but also you know, perhaps easy to change their mind, laziness. Number six actually means detailedness, but family orientedness. But because the person is too detailed, right, can cause a person to have severe relationship issues. So it really depends on where the number is in your chart, and the impact of the numbers, the number of numbers, and your luck cycle. Okay. Now, any other questions you have? Okay, then if not, I will hand over the time to Bibo. Thank you very much for listening very attentively. And I know it's been very late already. There's still a lot of you here. And I really appreciate the time that you all took for this.
If you guys have any other questions, right? Thank you, Gilbert. So if you guys have any other question, can you please write it down? We have another question here. Do we need to choose a mobile number which is lacking in our numerology? We'll get chased.
The answer is no. The answer is no because, like I mentioned, there is the trifactor analysis. If I give you the missing number, but it clashes with your parts chart, it will do you more harm than good. Okay, so hope that helps. That's why it's very important for you to get a professional to do it for you, because if you do it yourself, right, there can be clashes that you are unknowingly bringing into your life.
Any other question? Amazing. Julius. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Felicia. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Charina. Thank you. Thank you for coming. And please remember, we have another numerology class on where we will be talking all about numerology on 26th of September. Please check out your email and we'll be getting our team members to send you a WhatsApp with the Zoom link. Okay, it's on 28th of September at 8 p.m. We will be having another seminar where we'll be talking all about numerology. Thanks, Tracy. Thanks, Nancy. And for those of you who still want to know more about this numerology, about your number, thank you, Flora. Thank you, Flower. And those of you who still want to know about the promo, about detailed budget, about handphone change, adult name change, about home feng shui, and about our workshop, personally about our workshop, right? Our workshop will be held on 21st of October, where I will be attending, and also on 28th of October as well. This will be the last for this year. We will not be opening more until next year. So I want you guys to grab this opportunity for this year to attend the numerology workshop, where we'll be having, you know, we will be group you into a Telegram. No seat for you, sit on the floor. Of course, I will have a special seat right in front. Okay, my seat is in front. In front, the master. Okay, I got a lot of questions. Do you have a shorter duration? Shorter duration for which one? Are you talking, Judy, are you asking about the numerology workshop? It's a shorter duration. We don't have shorter duration. We don't have a shorter duration, but actually this one is already short for the amount of info that we have been giving you. We've also putting, yeah, you see, look at Chase. He want me to sit on the floor. Hello, my seat is in the front. Okay, right in the front. This is already short. Normally, if you go to other places, right, normally numerology seminar will take about 2 to 3 days. Okay, 3 days workshop, 2 days workshop, something like that. But we already compact it and then make it into 9 to 5. See you, Bibo, on 21st. Wow, see you, Mike. See you on 21st. So you guys, I'm telling you, this 21st is going to be the most fun ever class, okay? This is going to be the class of the year because I am coming. I mean, 1 day course. Yes, it is a 1 day course, 9 to 5, 9 o'clock. So this one, we are very, very limited seat because we don't want to take about up to 50, 100 people in the classroom because we want to focus to each and every one. 10 lah. Okay. 10 what do you mean 10? 10 10 to 5, 10 to 5. Okay, I'm sorry, but actually we usually start at 9:30. 9:30, right? We start at 9:30 usually. Oh, I mean Zoom consultation. Oh, you're talking about the detailed budget reading. Okay, so for the detailed budget reading, right, it will be about 30 to 1 hour 1 hour reading. If you booked it today, you will get Chase. If not, if you book tomorrow, you will get our senior consultant. So for Chase, right, actually it's 699, but for today's promotion, you can get this 538 and then 538. Judy, this today detailed budget is 538 and you use promo code seminar 20, so you will get additional 20% off from the 538. Can I attend the numerology again and for my budget new on 28th October? You can. Oh, Kok Liang, you want to attend numerology again because I'm there, right? I know already. You want to attend because I'm going to be there, right? We will see. Okay, we will see if we can still open it and then we will open it for you. I'm telling you. Kok Liang, I'm telling you, if you come, it's going to be the fun class ever because I'm there. Okay, and then for your budget, you will be attending new for your budget on 28th of October. Yes, you can attend on 28th October. 538, yes. Hi, Chase, can I just buy the bracelet from you just from the numerology reading? Juliana, why are you going to buy from Chase only? You don't want to buy from me, is it? Can I just buy the bracelet from you with just the numerology reading?
Yeah, can. So I'll read the numerology for her and then
okay,
I can find out the missing numbers. I'll introduce to her the bracelet that she's supposed to buy. No problem. I can do that.
I thought it's the same. Yeah, of course. I'm also master now. I can read your reading. You come to me, I tell you your missing number, okay, Juliana? So yeah, you can do that. Chase will recommend which bracelet suits you the most according to your budget chart and for your numerology missing number. Don't worry, we got you covered, Juliana. So other than that, I texted him on WhatsApp what bracelet to buy. I texted him on WhatsApp because I want to buy it today. You want to take advantage of the seminar 20? Don't worry, today Chase is doing overtime. So until he finish everybody's question, then he cannot sleep today. So yeah, if missing few numbers, what bracelet to buy? Judy, if you're missing few numbers, right, I suggest you, if you're missing number 3 in your chart, or if you are missing number 6 or 9, I suggest you to prioritize that number first. Listen to me again, okay? Number 3, number 6, and number 9. If any of you have that number missing, 3, 6, 9, get that number. Because number 3, right, is actually if you are missing number 3, you are actually missing a lot of opportunity and wealth luck. So if you are missing number 6, right, you have problem in retaining your wealth. And if you are missing number 9, it's about your career. You have lack of recognition in your career. So we will always prioritize 3, 6, and 9 because it has to do something with your wealth and with your career. Am I right or not? Master Chase, did I say it right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I see. Okay. So we have another Q&A.
I don't understand.
Oh.
I say okay.
Okay. That wasn't me. Will you post link to enroll in WhatsApp? Can't see any link. Yeah, will course teach us how to select handphone number? Okay, the course will teach you about your numbers and your missing numbers. It will not teach you entirely how to select handphone numbers, but one of the criteria will be taught within the course. So the trifactor analysis, you will only learn one of the trifactor because handphone selection is slightly more deviated skill compared to the numerology reading. I need at least let me calculate. If I were to hold a course on handphone number selection, right, I think it has to be about 6 hours. Yeah, so that per se. So for Mabel, right, is it possible that you paste the link for Mabel? Mabel, can you paste the link for Mabel to sign up for the courses?
Again, for the bundle, right?
Yeah, the bundle courses, thanks. Then Eileen says that I would like to buy the bracelet and need to find missing number. Can you send over to my handphone 84153359? I'll read for you and then you can buy. Okay. Then anonymous attendee say I'm missing number 7 and 9. What should you do? So when you're missing number 9, right, it can be quite important because you are actually missing a lot of career luck. So what we will actually recommend is to buy a DZ bracelet, right, that will fit the missing number 9 issue. As for number 7, right, it will depends on your chart whether or not you will need it or not. Not everybody might critically need it yet. So one of the issues, right, that you can, one of the things that you can do, right, is to use name change to improve benefactor luck. So if you have the budget, you can go for both name change and also to buy one DZ bracelet, right, in order to improve your missing 9. But if you only want to go for one thing, then go for the missing 9 DZ bracelet first. Okay, so hope that answers the question for anonymous attendee. Now, which one, can you send over to my number of 84153359? I'll paste the link for you. Or otherwise, Bibo, can you paste over the link for missing number 9 for anonymous attendee? Thank you. Yeah, so yeah, sure, no problem. I'll give you a link right now. Bibo, can you paste over the link? Thanks. Can use WhatsApp because I don't know the chat function as I'm using Zoom mobile. Mabel, no problem. Mabel, can you send over my number? Mabel, cause I don't know your number, so can you send me a number of 84153359? You send me something, you send me a message, and then I will talk to you in WhatsApp. Okay, then I'll paste the link over for you. Yeah, Mabel, you send over to me on WhatsApp. 84153359. 84153359.
This is bird 9.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. So that one is for missing number 9. Okay.
I like to buy bracelet, need to find missing number. Okay, this one you answered already, right? To Iana. Okay, another one, ring stock on hand or not? Okay, we just received that one. The ring you have to wait for another. All the rings need to wait another 45 days because it's still sold out. I think this is the 3rd time we are doing for the ring, so you will still need to wait 45 days. But you can order first, but then you will receive it after we receive them, which is another 45 days.
Okay.
Oh, we have another more questions.
Yeah, I am answering it. I bought pea shoe from SK. Are those actually useful? Are blessed? Okay, so the pea shoe from SK, right, they are made of solid gold and they can be used, but however, I am not sure whether they are blessed or not. So I have no experience in their items because I think we try and make it a point not to comment on other people's things. You can ask them whether or not they are being blessed lah. So I cannot answer this question. Okay. So for Mabel, I'm actually talking to you on WhatsApp right now. So no problem. Mabel, I'm talking to you on WhatsApp right now. Okay.
Okay, Mabel, the live, okay. And Chase, when you mentioned blessed is by singing bowl, yeah. Correct, Judy. All the bracelets, all the items from us, if you get it right, it's already been blessed by singing bowl. So you don't have to, bring it anywhere else to be blessed. It's already done for you. You just need to get it, open it, unboxing, send us your unboxing video, and then wear it. That's all. Any other question about the workshop or not? So we want to fill up the workshop. We have only like few seats left for 21st of, oh, we have another one. I don't really like the bracelet for number 9. Any alternative? Yeah, of course. Just now I sent you one, right? I'm going to send you another one. We have 2 options actually. So just now another one. I send you in the link, anonymous attendee. I send you in the link. This is the 2 missing number for missing number 9. The first one is the region. The second one is the attractor. We have only 2. So these 2 are only for missing number 9. I would suggest again for those of you who have missing number 9 to get number 9 first. If you have like few missing numbers, get one first, and then later on you can add more, but only get one first. Of course, if you can get 2 or 3, it's by all means go ahead. But if you are asking if you want to get, how many should you get? We have another question. Oh, this one. We have already answered this. I already sent a link. So guys, please take advantage of our seminar 20 promo code because it's ending in another 2 more hours, especially for those of you who's gonna get the workshop bundle. The workshop bundle, please get it by today. We want to, you know, we are already got the we already less on the seatings. We have only a few more seats left. So this is the detailed budget. Anyone who's interested in handphone number change, adult name change, home, workshop, please do not forget to also send the questions to 841-53359. I'm going to paste again Chase number so you can take it on WhatsApp. Is there any other question? If not, then we will bid goodbye for today. I'll see you again on 28th of September on our numerology class. Those of you who didn't get the chance for live demo reading, you can try again on 28th because we will be doing a lengthy one on 28th of September. So guys, is there any other questions? If no, then I think any last word from Chase before we end it? Is there any last word? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for attending today's seminar. It means a lot to me because I see that you guys, a lot of you guys stay until quite late. I feel happy sharing with everybody, and I hope that in the next seminar you'll also come. There'll be this super fun Chinese New Year seminar that we are doing, right? Then we'll also be promoting this Chinese New Year workshop lah. So we'll be holding 2 types of Chinese New Year seminar. So there'll be one that, you know, we give the general zodiac readings for everybody. I hope that you guys can all be there when we give that zodiac reading. But if you understand, right, actually all our charts have like 4 different zodiacs. So, you know, our puzzle chart has like more than 1 zodiac. So there will be also another workshop, which is unfortunately I might need to charge for the workshop because it's like 3 hours long. So there will be a 3-hour workshop that we'll be conducting, right, to tell people every single zodiac that you have, what is the effect that it will have on you for 2024, and how do we interpret that? Okay, so from that workshop, right, I will try to charge a very low fee since it's kind of like Zoom. So perhaps, you know, it's going to be sold at like around 39.90. It will be quite fun for you all to attend that if you are very interested in strategizing and planning your roadmap for 2024. Okay, so that's all for tonight, and thank you very much for staying.
Bye guys. Oh, I've already bought 2 and 1 daisy bracelet. Ah, Flower. Thank you, Flower. I hope you use the seminar code, yeah. Judy, we will be uploading by next week. Okay, guys. Oh, we have, last question. Okay, anonymous attendee, go ahead. What is your last question?
Okay, yeah, how can I help? Okay.
Am I one of the person who bought Boxy can blast it on site?
Okay, all our tissues, right, are already blessed, right, before we assemble them. And after we assemble them, right, we will actually cleanse them again. So after we have done everything, if you still want to bless it on outside, right, you can go ahead, no problem.
Oh, as
Yeah.
in not from Helsinki. Oh.
Yes, you can. After you done already, you can still do that.
Anonymous attendee, we are giving you, okay, this is a,
No problem.
this,
No problem. You can still do it for you.
yeah, doing it for you because we care.
No problem. No problem. Happy to help.
Flower, I have sent Chase a message to his phone. Can he please check? Yeah, he is checking. There's tons of message there, so he will go one by one. Don't worry, you will be attended very, very soon.
Okay.
Don't worry
So,
about.
yeah.
Flower is from Australia, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Rani. Correct? Am I right? You are Rani, right? Flower. Okay, I have, yes. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good night. See you again soon. Bye, guys.